So the official trailer for Life is Strange 2 is finally out. So for the next month we get to theorize about what is going on and get ourselves hyped up before episode 1 is released. Now, as much as I enjoy speculating and hype for a series that I very much enjoy, I'm not going to be doing much of that here. I'm just going to go over really quick what was in the trailer, what this game has to do to keep itself on track with the previous games, and just anything we can tell very clearly from right now. So let's get started. So Life is Strange 2 follows two boys, brothers I believe, one older, probably mid to late teens, and then his younger one who is probably in the range of 10 to 12 based on size and all of that. So they are going somewhere. I don't know if they're specifically headed somewhere through the woods and just walking by the side of the road, or if they're just going away. The trailer we had about a month ago of the policeman dashcam footage where he ended up responding to something and then flying across the street while his car flips over. We saw a little bit more of that in this new trailer. It looks like the older lad who we're going to be playing as did something to warrant the police coming down. I don't remember what code was called in the police dashcam footage, so I can't say what actually happened. But anyway, he does something to warrant the police showing up. He draws his weapon, the police officer draws his weapon on the kid, and it looks like it's very, very fast in the trailer, but it looks like for some reason our character gets into a little row with the cop, sends him flying, somehow explodes his car over, and then picks up the second boy and just legs it. Now what I like about this is it doesn't spell out everything that's going on. It gives us just enough to keep us intrigued, but not enough to where we go, oh, I see precisely what's happening. It's going to be X, Y, and Z. So it's just enough to keep us interested. Now there was about 20 minutes of gameplay footage released by the developers, which I have not watched. So maybe that fills in a lot of the gaps, but I'm going to be let's playing the game, and I don't want to have anything spoiled for me. I will have links to the trailer and that gameplay footage in the video description if you've not yet seen them, so check those out if you haven't seen the trailer and if you don't mind having a chunk of the game spoiled for you. Anyway, so assuming he didn't throw a grenade underneath that cop car, we have actual, genuine supernatural powers. We had some hint of that in Captain Spirit, and now we have an even bigger hint of that in the genuine trailer. What might have been a coincidence, I kind of doubt it, is that the neighbor to Chris in Captain Spirit looks exactly like the younger lad in the Life is Strange 2 full trailer. So I don't know how connected it's all going to be with that demo, or where the timeline is, but I'm really interested in seeing exactly how much, and if at all really, Chris and Captain Spirit play into the rest of Life is Strange. Now the biggest problem Life is Strange 2 is going to have is going to be in the similar vein to Before the Storm had. In one of the reasons Life is Strange was so good, in my opinion, was not just that it was a good story and good characters, which it did have. Max and Chloe were great. The time rewinding mechanic was really well implemented, and the gameplay was so... the game itself was just so different from anything we had had before. Like, we've had, when Life is Strange came out, we had episodic gaming with Telltale, but Life is Strange was so vastly different from Telltale that it was like a huge change up as far as gaming goes. So where Before the Storm had the benefit of, oh well, it's more about Chloe and Rachel, and you don't really know anything, potentially you don't even care about Rachel, but Chloe's awesome, so you get to see more of her, which is one of the reasons why Before the Storm worked. The problem, I think, 2 is going to be fighting an uphill battle against is how similar it's going to be to Life is Strange 1 versus how is it going to be its own entity, and how is it going to relate in any way to the first one? Like, are Max and or Chloe going to show up? Is it somehow going to bring itself back around to Arcadia Bay? Is it going to be just its own separate, unrelated story that just happens to take place in a similar setting and in the same universe of Life is Strange? So I don't want to knock the game before it comes out, because I am really looking forward to this and hoping that it's good. But sequels always have that issue of it's fighting that uphill battle. It has to somehow not have the novelty of, oh, this is, you know, a brand new IP and a brand new thing, and still be the same level or similar level of good. So hopefully that'll come from Dontnod's ability to craft characters and tell the story and build the world around the characters for them to get in with. If your superpower is the ability to punch people across streets and explode cars across streets, that's going to be amazing and really potentially badass implementation into the game. But as cautious as I am, and as much as I don't want to get overly hyped for the game, I am super psyched for the game and am really looking forward to play it. So if any of my rambling has made any sense, please let me know. Please like this video. If none of it made sense and I was completely wrong, and if everything gets answered for me, if I watch that 20 minutes of gameplay, let me know that too. So give any of those comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and come back for more Life is Strange here on Glasses Scotch Gaming. Bye.